Assalamu alaikum students. Our today's topic is testing hypothesis. Introduction. Hypothesis testing is a statistical technique through which the manager's claim regarding the population parameter is tested on the sample evidence of that population. This test of hypothesis results on the basis of sample evidence that in in a way that it supports the manager's claim or refutes. In other words, one can say the manager's claim is called a hypothesis, which is tested by using the sample evidence and probability theory to define whether the claim or hypothesis is true or false statement. Examples of some claims. Number one, example number one, a company that manufactures soaps and claims that 1 in 4 household uses its product. Second example, a company that manufactures tires and claims that the average tire life of its manufactured tires is 75,000 kilometers. Example number three, a researcher claims that the average starting salary for graduates of 4 years business school is $3,200 per month. Now students, I am giving the further explanation on the component of the testing hypothesis. There are two claims, students. Null and alternate hypothesis are the two claims. Null hypothesis is a previous value of population parameter which is claimed that it had changed. The testing hypothesis technique is used to test the new or alternate value on the basis of sample evidence. If the test fails to reject the previous value or null hypothesis, then the new value or alternate hypothesis is rejected. In order to understand the null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis, we consider the following example. A researcher had made the three inferences about the average height of a citizen of a country, and we assume that these three inferences are the null hypothesis. The inferences and their mathematical statements are given below. Null hypothesis statement number one. H0 denote the null hypothesis and 1 means statement 1, and H02 means H0 means null hypothesis and 2 means statement number 2, and likewise the third statement. The statement number 1, the average height is not more than 6 feet. The first inference about the population height, citizen height, is not more than 6 feet. This is the one inference about the population, and the statement, mathematical statement, is written here. H01 is a null hypothesis 1. Mu is the average height, average citizen height is lesser than 6 feet, less than equal to. The in the null hypothesis, equal to is important, and H02 statement number 2 for the null hypothesis, the average height is more than 6 feet. H02 is H mu is greater than equal to 6, and H03 the average height is exactly 6 feet, or statement is H03 average, population average is equal to 6. After some years, for a particular task, there is a need to reinvestigate the average height of a citizen of that country. Dear students, before starting the analysis, the three inferences are possible about the average height of a citizen of that country in regards of each of the three statements given above. Statement number 1 was the average height is not more than 6 feet. In new study, it may be the average height is more than 6 feet. And students, H11, H1 for the alternate hypothesis, and 1 means number one statement, mean is greater than 6. This is the counter statement regarding S01, where the average height is not more than 6 feet. And here in counter statement or alternate hypothesis, the average height is more than 6. These two, 01 and 11, are opposite to each other. And in response, the H02 is H12, which is the average height is less than 6 feet. And the statement is mu is lesser than 6. And in the third, H03, I'm reading again, the average height is exactly 6 feet. But now the researcher is claiming or saying or making inference that the average height is not 6 feet. These statements, H11, H12, and H3, are called the alternate hypothesis and represented by H1. As the new researcher thinks the previous inferences are not valid for now, and therefore he opposes the null hypothesis respectively. Now, students, I'm giving a little more detail. In each pair means 01 and 11. The another pair is 02 and 12. And the third pair is 03 and H13. In each pair 01 and 11, each statement oppose. H11 opposed to H01. The other statement, which of the statement in pair is true, means as H11 is true or the previous knowledge H01 is true. This is based on the sample evidence. Meaning H01 is true and H11 is true. It totally based on the sample evidence. The sample evidence will show which of the statements 11 or 01 would be or will be true. Table number 1 lists the three possible mathematical statements that used in hypothesis testing. H0 denote null hypothesis. Column 1, this is the column 1, represents the three possibilities regarding null hypothesis, and the statements regarding the alternate hypothesis are listed in column number 2. Students, one you can see in null hypothesis, if one says greater than or equal to, then the opposite or alternate hypothesis says less than. If one say less than or equal to for the null hypothesis, and the counter statement for the alternate hypothesis is greater than, and equal to for equal to, the statement regarding null hypothesis equal to not equal to, which not equal to. Table 2 lists some phrases that widely used in hypothesis testing. Table 2 students list some phrases that widely used in the books or commonly used. Uh, Table number 1, table number 2, and table number 3 giving or showing or listing the three possibilities. One is greater than equal to, and the second column represent less than equal to, and the third represent equal to. And the common phrases are given in each column for each case. Therefore, three columns for three cases. One can give help or take help from this table number 2 for understanding the wording in the exam in the question with table number 2. Okay, students. Now I'm further going on. Um, in testing hypothesis, we have two types of regions. One is a rejection region and the other is acceptance region. Acceptance and rejection regions, acceptance and rejections are the two regions. These regions construct on normal distribution curve. Students, this is the normal distribution curve, this one. If the test static value, this is the test static, student, this one can put the value of the sample mean x bar and the null hypothesis mu and sigma, population standard deviation and square root of n. When one substitute these values into this formula, he will get the test static value. And now the next step, that which in which region the test static will fall. Okay, explaining here. If the test static value falls in the rejection region, we reject the null hypothesis. If the test static value falls in the acceptance region, we accept the null hypothesis. For this static value, student, that is given, I am writing here in this paragraph. The above test static is used. I have written here in this paragraph. The above test static is used when population standard deviation sigma is known. If the population standard deviation is unknown and the observation of the sample are greater than or equal to 30, we replace population standard deviation sigma with sample standard deviation s in the above test static as given below. Student, this is the second case in which if someone do not know the standard deviation of the population, then and the sample size, and he should collect the samples greater than 30 if there is a possible, if this is possible that the 30 observations can be collected easily, then he can use this formula. In this formula, the sample standard deviation is taken instead of the population standard deviation, and one can use this formula if he has more than or equal to 30 observations and population standard deviation is unknown. Student, there is a possibility that it is difficult for someone to collect 30 observations, then he can choose less than 30 observations as well. But the test static is which will be used here is the t distribution, is based on the t distribution. I am explaining here, student. If the population standard deviation sigma is unknown and there is difficulty of taking the observation is equal to or greater than 30, then he should choose or take less than 30 observation, and two changes are take place in the above Z distribution test. One, we replace the population standard deviation with sample standard deviation S, and second, normal distribution replace with the student t distribution in the above test static as given below. This is the students that I was telling you, or we are studying. If someone, there is difficulty in obtaining the 30 observations, then he choose less than 30 observations, whatever easily taken from the population. Then he also do not know the standard deviation, therefore he can use the standard deviation of the sample, but the distribution is changes to Z to T. In this way he can find the test static. Now student, the critical values that I have over the figure, that one we have discussed here. I'm giving here, this is, I'm giving the about the details of the critical value. This is in this figure, this is minus 2.33. This is the critical value that separates the rejection region to the acceptance region. Now, what are the details I have written here? Critical value separates the acceptance and rejection regions. Critical value can be calculated from normal or student t distribution tables. at a certain significance level. The significance level are some common significance level, or most common significance level are 0.01 and 0.05 or 0.025. The hypothesis test may be two tails or two-sided, or one tail or one-sided. The sign of the alternate hypothesis decides to which side the tails should be formed. Table 3 lists the cases when one applies two tails or one tail test. Student, the tails are very important in this testing hypothesis, and it based on the alternate hypothesis sign, the sign of the alternate hypothesis. Here you can see the three figures, this one, and the details of these three figures are given here with the sign of the alternate hypothesis. In first case, student, where H1 is lesser than, or alternate hypothesis is lesser than previous um, previous previous population parameter, then there would be one region. If H1 is lesser than 0, the region construct on the left side, and the test would called one tail test. The figure associated with this case is given here. You can see, student, here the two, one is the acceptance region, and another is rejection region, which is separated by the critical value, and the rejection region is construct on the left hand side because H1 is lesser than the H naught value or null hypothesis value. If the alternate hypothesis is not equal to the null hypothesis, then two critical regions would form, half on each side, and the two tail test would be formed. Student, you can see here in this figure there are two rejection regions here and here. Both are separated by the critical value, one from the positive and the other is negative side, and both are equally distributed. The rejection regions are equally distributed. Now, for the third case, when alternate hypothesis is greater than the null hypothesis, then one region is formed. There is a rejection region formed on the right side, and the test is called one-sided or one-tail test. This figure associated with this column number 3 or third possibility. Now, student, um, table number 4. Table number 4 lists some critical values corresponding to the significance level. The most common significance level, as we have studied above, 0.01, 0.02, 0.05, and 0.10. In two-tail test, student, the value 0, the associated value with significance level 0.01 is on the Z distribution table is 2.58. As there are two rejection regions, so separated by the two critical values, therefore one is a positive and the other is negative. Therefore, two rejection region would be formed, and you have seen here is the value of the critical region is 2.58, but positive and negative signs differentiate both the regions. One is on the left side, and on the right side is positive, and the negative side on the left hand side, when the alternate hypothesis is not equal to with the null hypothesis. And when the one tail test is formed, either left side or right side, the test static value, uh, negative critical value show the region constructed on the left side where H1 is lesser than the null hypothesis. And if the rejection region fall or construct on the right side when alternate hypothesis is greater than the null hypothesis, and the sign differentiates the right hand side rejection region and the left hand side rejection region. Students, up to now, this is enough for the today video, for this video. I will come in the next video with the example of how the testing hypothesis one can apply. Till then, Assalamu alaikum students. Allah Hafiz.